And Ronnie Coffman in here this morning, Republican chairman here of the Limestone County bunch. How are you, man? And remember down Lindsay Lane, see him singing in the choir every Sunday.
I'm good. How about you, Jay?
Yeah, doing good, man. Doing good. You going to the men's conference Friday night?
I am.
Let me plug that once right now. Don't forget men's conference at Clements. Dusty and Tim both will be here tomorrow.
That's right.
So don't forget, man up.
We'll
Get out there at 5 o'clock dinner, and then another 24-hour marathon men's conference going on all night out there, basically.
All three.
Actually, it's only 5 hours.
I've always enjoyed it. I think I missed one so far, and I had.
Yeah, they go year to year, place to place. So yeah, so I would never be able to show my face with Dusty again if I didn't show up. I got to stay up late. I'll have to take a nap Friday afternoon just to get there.
Oh, gee, what will I do?
Yeah, all right. You can still qualify. It was 2 years ago I ran for probate judge and I qualified.
Let's not discuss
we still
that.
have one opening. We have a coroner opening. Coroner's open.
Well, I've done 3 funerals the last 6 months. Maybe I ought to go and apply for that. I can still do sheriff.
No,
All right, now, where do we stand with politically? Everybody's got till Friday to register. Where do we stand with candidates running right now, Ronnie?
We got Friday at 5 p.m. And what I'm going to be at the courthouse at the probate judge's office tomorrow from 4 until 4:30, and then I'm going to be there Friday from 3 to 5 in case somebody wants to qualify right at the last minute. And we've got candidates. We got 16 candidates is what we got right now in the different races.
Is that about what you expected?
That's a lot more than I expected.
Okay. What are most of them running for? That District 3?
District 1 is the one most of them are running. We got 5 in District.
Well, that's the one we got today. Seth Parker seeks district. This in the News Courier this morning. Commission seat.
Yeah, we've got Tom Combs, Darrell Samet, James Shannon, Seth Parker, and Stanley Hill is going to qualify. Okay. He's going to qualify Thursday. Okay. But we got 5 in that race, and we got 3 in District 3 race.
Our District 3 right now, who's running?
Let's see, we got Jason Black, Hollis Hogan, and what I understand, and I've talked to him, Stan McDonald.
Now, Stan hasn't qualified yet, but Stan informed me that, yes, he was going to run also.
Right.
All right, what about the sheriff's race?
Sheriff's race right now, we got Eric Smith, and we got Brad Pullum has told me he was going to run.
But he hasn't qualified
yet.
So everybody else is backed out.
Right, that I know of. I've tried to call Eric Red, and he was another one that was going to qualify for sheriff, and I couldn't reach him last night. And but I understood he was going to run for sheriff, but he hasn't qualified.
So you expect maybe that Brad Pullum will run? I've tried to reach Brad too.
I expect him to.
Okay. All right. What about from the state senate position currently held by Tammy
Irons? Right now we got, and that's a state race. It's not one for us, the one that we qualify. But you got Chris Seibert and Jonathan Berryhill. And
has Jonathan qualified? He was going to be on the show Friday. And
he hasn't qualified yet, and he did call me and tell me that he was going to qualify.
So do you expect any surprises to come up this week?
You never know. I mean, there could be somebody to get in at the last minute. Yeah, I've heard rumors. I've heard rumors run around. For our school board is Bill Berry. I think he would probably run as a Democrat. He has run for that before, the one that James Shannon held.
Now, also, didn't you tell me somebody's going to run against Stan Williams? Besides Henry White, who's qualified as a Democrat.
Yeah, it's Bobby Jackson. He has qualified. I saw it on the Alabama Republican website yesterday.
Wow. So he has qualified.
He has qualified.
So Dan will have some competition.
And he will have some in the fall, which Henry White is going to run against him in the fall as a Democrat.
But right now, Republican, Dan does have Republican competition.
He does have opposition.
Okay. So right now, nobody's running against Hostclaw, as far as we know.
As far as I know, there's no one running.
I saw Bill at Lindsay Lane at the car show a week ago.
And I keep a watch on the website, and I haven't seen anybody yet that was running against him.
Okay.
So we haven't heard anything out of Tom Butler?
No, Tom's remained silent so far. Unless you know something.
Well, I've talked to him, and I thought he was going to run, but he hasn't qualified yet.
As of yet. Okay.
But he's still going. Well, they got a week to go.
Right.
Well, they got till Friday.
Till Friday. Friday night. Well, yeah, I keep thinking it's Monday, but it's not. What else do we know about this year's upcoming political?
It's going to be interesting. I'd just like to ask everyone that's running on the Republican ticket to keep it down and not slang mud at one another, and I think that hurts us if we do. And I just like to ask them to
good clean race,
because there are some good people, and I've told many people out there that I would really hate to have on some of these races, like District 1 and District 3. I can't vote in them, but if I had to, I would hate to have to pick somebody. There's some good people running. Now,
if somebody like Jason Black wins that, does he give up his full-time job, or can he operate this as a part-time job?
Can he still be a teacher and?
Now, he will give up his teaching position.
Okay, so you have to do that.
He
Okay,
has to
I
do
was
that.
just wondering about
Wow.
that. Yeah,
Okay.
Jason, great guy. Let me ask you this, and people start running for all these stuff, what race do you see right now with your political knowledge being going to be
Closest.
probably the tightest one? Commission chairman?
Yeah, Commission chairman, I think, will be the tightest race of any of them. And naturally, when you've got 3 or more running in one race, you're going to have a runoff usually.
Now, is there a third person in that yet? Jimmy Gill is
there's
not
only
going to
2.
run as a Democrat. That's settle that problem right now.
No, there's
We don't think. We've not heard from him.
There's only 2 in that race right now, but I think it will be very tight, that race, just because you've got an incumbent and then you've got Mark Yarber, which I think Mark is pretty well known in the community. So it'll be tight race.
So are you pleased with the candidates that have stepped forth to run?
We are. We've got some great candidates. We really do. And
Well, what happened in the sheriff's race? Because there was going to be like 5 people. I know Eric
know.
Smith is kind of
What
like the
about-
front runner right now because he's been out there for so long.
You heard about 5
what
or
I
6
think, and this is my opinion, I think that back maybe as much as a year ago, a lot of those guys thought that Mike Blakely wasn't going to run again, and that's why everybody came out real early. And then when he actually came out and said he was going to run, then a lot of them probably had second thoughts to whether they were going to run or not, whether they could beat him. That's what I see.
Okay.
And I think he sort of scared some of them off.
Well, he's
Hey,
done a
that's
good
not,
job.
not a
So
race to take lightly.
you're not going to run for anything, are you?
I'm not running for anything.
Okay.
Running for the hills.
Yeah, well, both of them. All right, anything else we need to know about the Republican Party this year?
That's all I know right now. And just you got to 5 o'clock, and if you need to call me, if you want to qualify today for anything or between now and Friday, just let me give you my telephone number, my cell phone. It's 256-206-0517.
All right,
If you didn't write that down, you can always contact us. We'll be
All
happy
right,
to pass
Ronnie
along.
Coffman, that's right, Republican chair here in Limestone County. Thank you, Ronnie. Always
Thank
good
you.
to see you. Doing a good job in the choir down Lindsay Lane, too.
I've been in it a long time, and I enjoy it.
Well, good. That's a pretty good place to hang out. They'll be with us
Apparently.
tomorrow. Let me take a break, come back and do a little bit of news on this Tuesday morning. Y'all, hang on.